Hello everybody, welcome to today's video. If you're new to the channel, which I'm sure many of you are because I have no subscribers, this is my 2002 Mustang GT convertible, also known as the New Edge. It's a 5-speed manual, has around 100,000 miles on it. I paid $2,500 for it. Needs a ton of work, so join me in my journey. That's Craig, he's a good boy. Anyways, welcome to the YouTube video and I appreciate you watching. Welcome back, guys. Today we're going to troubleshoot the check engine light that came up at the end of last video. But before we get into it, I do want to thank the 50 of you who have subscribed to the channel. I've been making videos all year long, building furniture and oil changes and painting the New Edge and the Corvette. It's just been all over the place. So I appreciate you guys following along. I mean, maybe those of you who watch and aren't subscribed can follow suit, but either way, I appreciate you watching. I appreciate the comments along the way. But let's, I guess, start today's video off where the last one ended and move forward from there. Just after I turned the camera off, I got that guy on. So, guess we'll see what the code is. So there's 3 codes, P0300, P0306, P0307. Pretty sure the 306 and 7 means a misfire on 6 and 7, but I'm going to look them up. Alright, so looking into it, looks like the P0300 is multiple or random misfires, and then the 306 and 307 is a misfire on cylinder 6 and 7. So I know before the last time I ran it, I believe it was just cylinder 7 that had a misfire. Apparently these guys are really common for having misfires. People replace spark plugs and coil packs and the intake manifold and yada yada yada, trying to fix it. And a lot of the times the problem is vacuum lines. So before I pulled any coil packs or plugs or anything like that, since the previous owner said he already did the plugs, I started looking at the vacuum lines. So this guy that goes into the back of the throttle body is pretty worn, and the further it goes down, the worse it gets. So I'm going to replace that guy, and then once I'm done, I'm going to continue looking through the other vacuum lines. If it fixes it, great. If not, I'll go to spark plugs next. And you can tell these things have some old cheap pads on them. Look at the brake dust just barely driving this car. Terrible angle. Alright, so now it's unclipped on the bottom, this whole thing just droops. You can see where all the lines come out from the engine bay. This is the one I'm looking to replace. You can see it. Just feeds up through into the engine bay. I was able to get this piece off. There was just squeeze it in and pull, so I'm gonna get that little piece of hose off and get the new one connected. Connected the 2 of these together. I'm hoping that's gonna hold, because all I want to do is pull it from the inside of the engine bay, have it pull the old one out and the new one in. So we'll see how that works. Before I can do that, I'm going to have to remove this guy where it's tied together. Everything's so tight in here though, it's impossible to film it where you can see. Alright, so that's off. I don't think anything else should be holding it in. So I'm just gonna hope for the best here. It's getting hung up right there on the clip. I should pull through. There it is. So now it's routed through in the same direction. For some reason I had that little connector in. I don't think it's needed. You can see the connector just fed from the one hose all the way over straight into the back. So all I'm going to do is run one solid piece. Alright. That's all there is to it. So I'm going to throw this back together and start it up, see if it helped any. So there's just like a slight stumble. It's a whole lot better than it was before, and it's not all the time. Actually, when I was on cruise control, I was doing 65, no hesitation at all. But picking up, you feel it, and if you're accelerating, you can feel it, but it's minimal. It's a lot worse when you really get on it, though. But the check engine light's back on. It was flashing the last time, and it's just solid now, so it's an improvement, but let's see what the codes are now. Four of them. P0316, 300, 306, 307. So there's a new one. Alright, so I spent some time looking over the vacuum lines for this, and it seems pretty basic. There's all of these guys, but they're all one piece. So there's the different colors. They go to like the EGR valve. They go back to that sensor I replaced. But this is all just one giant vacuum line. So I went through, made sure that these are all connected where they're supposed to be. I don't see any bends or kinks or anywhere in there. That leaves these guys here. So there's the one that goes into the back of the throttle body, which I already replaced. And then there's that second one, and they both go down into the fender well up into this canister. You can see there's these ribbed lines, which are also part of those other lines that I showed you. I believe this one's white, yellow, and then there's the red and the green inside, but it's just like one giant piece. There's a couple of different Ys, different pieces. These are hard plastic. These all look good. It seems like just the two trouble ones are these guys that I'm going to replace. So I'm going to run to the hardware store. I just have to find one more small section. My guess is this guy's probably just 1 foot. I think it was less than $4 a foot. So all in all, I have like $20 into throwing some new vacuum lines. I can just twist it off. If you look, this guy's just like brittle, cracking and falling apart. So, alright, it's got the new line on there. I didn't end up getting hose clamps or anything for these because I believe there's only like 5 PSI that goes through these. And these are These are hard to get in. This is just like 3/8 fuel line. But I'm gonna get it plugged back in and back up through the firewall. Or the wheel well. Keep calling it a firewall. Connected now that it's down through here. Alright, you get the gist of it. It's hard to get an angle, but I just pushed that clip back in. Let's throw it all back together again. Alright, so I took it for a drive after doing the second vacuum line, and it still has a slight hesitation. Everything that I've done has helped it get a little bit better. The intake manifold made the biggest difference. The first vacuum line made the second biggest, and then that one that I just did made a slight difference, but nonetheless, it's running better. So I did order some plugs as well as coil packs. So that'll be the next video on the Mustang, is just throwing those in quick and seeing how it goes. I do also have a catback exhaust that I think I'm going to throw on this guy. But other than that, I think this project's wrapped up for the winter time. I might even wait until the spring to do the exhaust. I haven't decided yet. But since it is winter time, snow is coming, I'll probably get the carburetors off of the snowmobile in the near future as well. We're supposed to get a bunch of snow, so it'd be nice to ride that around with the kids. So I guess anticipate that coming. But appreciate you watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and again, huge shout out to the 50 of you who hit that subscribe button. Take care.